So I mentioned in my last video that I was going to, and I've been thinking about this for a while. So if you know my channel at all, you'll know that a lot of it has to do with things we go through in life, and we have recovered from, or we're going to recover from. We're going currently through recovery from. And one of them is people that breadcrumb you, okay? I know we use that term all the time. I don't know if it's even the right word for it, but I feel like it's a good word to describe what people who really don't give a crap about you could possibly have narcissistic tendencies. Another word we use too much. I'm not a doctor. But if you feel like you're not sure if somebody is being truthful with you or not, or is possibly breadcrumbing you in a relationship, I'm here to read you actual words that were sent to me for basically an entire year after cutting somebody off who treated me horribly, lied to me, deceived me, and everything else in between. And I'm just going to show you what breadcrumbing sounds like, because I feel like everybody should know this. In case you're dealing with it, or you want to know the signs, okay? This is not made up. This is real. And I feel like that there's a lot of people who could benefit from seeing what this is like when somebody's trying to pull you back in and they really don't care about you. It's all about them. I want you to keep in mind that these messages came from someone who knew every place I lived, including my family members and my workplace. But instead of actually taking the energy it would take to come and tell me these things in person, or try to contact me in any real way, they chose to breadcrumb instead through messages. It's, looking back on it now, it's what they always did, because they didn't really want to put any energy into anything, because they didn't care. It's just a way to pull you back in to keep the abuse going. And then we're going to get a dragon wisdom message after. Maybe it'll give us something about the situation, okay? You ready? It was one whole year of breadcrumbing from somebody who's blocked, who's been blocked. So I don't even know how these came through. And I didn't see them till almost a year later, oddly enough. Probably because my guides wanted to protect me when I could have been weak to the breadcrumbing. So now you can hear what this is all about. My roommate just woke up, so hopefully we don't get interrupted. If so, I can come back to it later. Okay, ready? You ready for the breadcrumbs? Here we go. Keep in mind, they came to my work like 4 times in the very beginning, like every week or so, with different weird stuff. Knowing where I worked, knowing exactly what time I went to break, so if they wanted to see me face to face, they could have, but chose to leave crap on my car instead. Cowardly breadcrumbing, because it's just a way for them to gain control. They don't have anything to say to you in person. It's clear, or they would. Matter of fact, one of the times, they came to the car while I was in it on my break and still had nothing to say. Just stood there like an idiot, trying to tell me to come to their house to talk, so that they could be abusive and weird in person. Because they couldn't do it in a parking lot with cameras, could they? No. You see. Okay. Message number 1. Baby, it's been 2 weeks. I understand you're upset. I understand you're mad, but we need to talk. This just doesn't feel right. I love you. I hope you're okay. I would have called you sooner, but I thought I was blocked. I love you. Okay, keep in mind, the person came to my workplace and told me they knew they were blocked. Lie number 1. Also keep in mind, while they were creeping on me, putting stuff in my car and coming up to work and leaving me breadcrumbs, I had already moved in and out of their house, and pretty certain they were already seeing someone else. Probably multiple people, but definitely one. So not only were they creeping on me, they were creeping on that person too. But still breadcrumbing me for a year. It's amazing. Okay, here we go. I love you. Hello, baby. Please unblock me. I love you. I miss you. I need to talk to you. I love you. This was the same person who told me to get out, kept all my stuff, like an entire house full of stuff. Do it in the dumpster or whatever they did, or at the dump or whatever they did with it. They kept it. They never gave it back. But still found the time to come up to my workplace and leave like 4 random pieces of crap on my car, like an old raggedy coat that they tried to give me. It was so bizarre. Saying, these are the last things that you left at this is the last stuff you have at my house. No, I had an entire house full of stuff there. An entire house full of stuff. Okay, anyway. Hi, baby. I really miss you. I really like to talk to you. I've done a lot of thinking. I figured a lot of things out that you said to me that I didn't understand what it is that how I disrespected you, that I didn't even understand. I was disrespecting you. The way that I might have made you feel like this wasn't your house, but that was never what I intended to do. I love you. I wish you would talk to me, even if we just did it to straighten things out. We owe that to each other. They wanted to devastate me at the end, so just keep all this in mind with these messages here. But disrespecting me was never what they intended on doing. Even though they completely slandered me every chance they got to their friends, on the phone in front of me, my face, to their family and to everybody else. But they didn't know, but they don't understand how they disrespected me. Just don't understand it. It's not what they meant to do. Hi, baby. I love you. I miss you. I hope everything is okay. I love you, Laura. Remember, they knew where I was all this time. They still know where I am. Baby, please unblock me. I really have things to say to you. I love you. Meanwhile, they had years to say the right thing to me and never did. And in fact, verbally abused me continuously, told me what a piece of garbage I was and that I wasn't worth anything and that they wouldn't miss me a bit if I was gone. I'm just calling to see if you're okay. I'll always love you. Meanwhile, they're in a whole nother relationship right now, probably more than one because they breadcrumb everybody. Oh, I will always love you. Some of these had sad songs in the background, you know, the whole dramatic. Oh my God. Oh, I will always love you. I'm sorry. That's what breadcrumbing looks like. All these messages of meaningless garbage, trying to just put a few breadcrumbs out there every month, every week, then every 2 weeks, then 4 weeks, then 2 weeks, then 3 months, then 2 weeks, then 2 times in one day, a whole year. I doubt they've changed, because if the whole year after cheating on me and everything else, they were still breadcrumbing me and seeing other people, it's very apparent they haven't changed. Because if they had changed, they would have already apologized in person. no happy ending to that. The only happy ending is I'm up here. I have come a long, long way. I still find these kind of things very, very annoying. So if I have to work on anything, it is releasing the annoyance of somebody, of anybody, not just this person with me, of anyone disrespecting another human being like that. I understand the fact that they have some real mental problems. Okay, I'll give them that. That probably came from trauma somewhere. I'll give them that. But I had trauma too in my life, and so do a lot of us. And we don't go around treating people like that. So I don't really, well, we might be able to understand where it comes from. No, I'm not going to say understand. Maybe acknowledge, because I don't understand. Because I don't go around treating people like that. No matter what, it's not an excuse. You are trying to run game and hurt other people. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you guys all handle it differently. I can only thank God so greatly that it's not the first person like that I've been through. It's not the first liar or deceiver. There's been many. And that comes from things that I went through as a kid, and I thought that was like somehow normal or acceptable. But it's not. So if you're in a situation like this, I just wanted to read to you what breadcrumbing looks like, so you can go through your own messages and you can realize when you're being breadcrumbed from somebody who doesn't care about you. The only thing they care about is having control over you. And while they're breadcrumbing you, they're over at Linda's breadcrumbing her, and they're over at Donnie's house breadcrumbing him, because yeah, you know, there's no telling where they're running around town doing breadcrumbs, because they need to be fed. They need their ego to be fed. So if Donna or Jack or Jeremy or Linda is giving them what they need to pump up their ego, they're going to breadcrumb all of us. They've got a whole circus going. They're the ringmaster of deception, because it feeds their ego, makes them feel a certain kind of way. You're never going to be the only one, but they want you to think that. They want you to think that, and they're gonna work hard. We're talking about a whole year, an entire year, until finally, like I said, whatever happened. Who knows? Who cares? Watch out, people. I am so glad I get to share this with you. I really am. It's laughable now. It's not laughable when it's happening to you. It really messes with you. It's a very dark tactic. If you're going through it, I wish you the best, and I want you to cut it off. And I want you to realize that it's a game, and who they're going to ultimately try to destroy is you, because they're not getting their way. So they're going to go from nice and getting their ego fed to completely slandering and destroying you, because they don't want to look like the bad guy. They want you to be the bad guy. So they're going to start a slander campaign like right away, probably even in the beginning stages of your relationship, because then they can always say, see, I told you what they are like. I told you what they did. I told you what they do. You see, so when they can't breadcrumb you anymore, they have something to fall back on. This has already slandered you to everybody, so they can't look like the bad guy. It's something else. Luckily for me, I had been through it multiple times before, so I already saw through this person like a window. And which is what made them start to get angrier and angrier, because I just saw everything they were doing. Phone face down, so I couldn't see their messages. The pictures on our TV turned off, so I couldn't see what they were sharing with other people. They were on every chat app possible. What else? They would lie continuously, consistently, then lie about lying. Had my car with trackers on it, not so that they really could see what I was doing for safety, but just so they could tell where I was, so I didn't find out what they were doing scandalously. Is what I figured out later. It didn't have anything to do with me, even though I thought it was weird the whole time and hated it and told them I didn't like it. They insisted, because that way they could track where I was, because that way they could have people at the house or whatever ever, and they would know when I was coming home, right? Makes sense? It wasn't about tracking me for safety. It was about tracking me for control and deception. So towards the end, I started looking at where they were at. I started seeing them at parks, random parks, and just all different kind of places that they would say that I was wrong, and just got them at a nearby location. Accused me of being other places, accused me of being in the next door neighbor's house, everything they were doing. Literally everything they were doing, and I wasn't doing anything. Just staying with my sister. That was the ending. That's when they went completely ballistic, demon time, demonic, because they knew they already had other stuff going on. They couldn't commit to anyone, but they wanted to breadcrumb me and keep me over there for what? I don't know what, to be honest with you. I wasn't paying rent or anything else, so I don't understand. Excuse me, the goal. I don't understand the goal at all. I don't understand if they already had somebody else, why they wanted me there. I don't understand any of this. Maybe you guys can do feedback on it, but I don't really think there's any sane explanation. I loaded up 2 carfuls of stuff and left an entire house full of stuff that I had been in for years. I'm talking about a whole house full of stuff. But see, stuff doesn't matter. That's what you got to understand. If you're in an abusive situation like that, where people are doing stuff wrong to you, don't forget, if they're sleeping around you, they're putting your health at risk. They're basically you could get multiple diseases from that, including ones that will take your life. So above all, I think you should take that pretty seriously. Okay? They don't respect themselves. They definitely don't respect you. They're not wearing condoms. They're not doing any of that. It's not about you. It's about them. They don't care about anyone. And even if they had diseases, they would come home and give it to you. Then they would turn around and say, you gave it to them. You got to understand the craziness. Get out. Get out right now. If you don't have anywhere to go, you make a plan starting today. You give yourself X amount of time. I don't care if you got to go stay with the worst family member possible. It is still a better option than where you're at now. Take my word for it. They're going to ruin your life, and they're going to try to ruin your life because they can't look bad. The narcissist can never look bad. You have to understand that. They have to look like the whole relationship. The biggest fight was how great of a man they were, and that they would never do anything wrong, and how mad they were that would ever question their morality. Believe that. Okay, let's end it on that note. I think I'm given enough information for now. Thank God I'm out of the situation. I hope you guys are soon. I hope you stay safe. And if anybody puts their hands on you or does anything to damage your stuff, call the police on them right away. I mean, right away. Don't give them one chance. If you give them one chance, it's going to turn into 2, then it's going to turn into 3, it's going to turn into 4, it's going to get worse and worse, and somebody's going to get hurt, and it could be that you end up hurting them. That's what they want, because then you look like the bad guy, because you never let anybody know when they were doing those things to you. So just remember, that's the way it goes, right? You feel bad for them, you don't want to call the cops on them and stuff like that, but ultimately that's what they want for you, and it will happen. Get out now. Okay, dragon, let's get some wisdom. Gifts. Get out now, people. Please get out now. Get out now. They don't love you. They don't even like you. You're just their whipping post. You're just you're just their supply. You're just the vampire supply. That's it. If you are absolutely kidding yourself if you think there's an ounce of love inside of their body. There's not. The only love that they have is for themselves. They don't care if they're getting attention from men or women, as long as they're getting attention. Just saying. 41. We frequently forget to be thankful for the gifts we receive. All too often we focus on our wishes and desires and on what remains unfulfilled in our lives. And in so doing, we exist in an energy field of absence. Wishes and desires are, of course, good to have and are often the mainspring of our actions, but our goals and gratitude should be in balance. We should both pay heed to our desires and be grateful for our gifts. The beautiful Queen Alba is looking at you, recognizing the beauty of your soul and vibrating in perfect love for you. Turn today into a day of celebration of the gifts you have already received. Write down all the things for which you are grateful. As a dragon rider, you will never forget the companions who ride with you, honoring and protecting you. Having friends is a marvelous gift. Look at the list again the following day to make sure you have not forgotten something to someone. Good things come in threes, so check that the list is complete on the 3rd day as well. Then pick out 2 people to whom you would like to express your gratitude in the form of a gift. If one of those people is your mother, you might like to give her flowers. If one is a being that does not dwell in our dimension, then consider a heartfelt prayer or lighting a particular beautiful candle. That's right. I had to go move in to a family member's house more than once, and I didn't want to. Not because I don't care about my family, but just because I didn't want to be a burden. And sometimes living with family isn't the greatest. They're the people that are closest to you, so it can be annoying, right? I personally was given that opportunity twice. So if there's 2 people that I'm going to give thanks to, it's those people. All right. And I'm going to pick the 3rd, which is my higher power and my guides and my passed over loved ones, which I will do that through prayer and meditation, and I do anyway. So I recommend you guys do all those things. Recognize who's around you, that cares about you, not the person who's breadcrumbing you and abusing you, alienating you from those people. This person would actually tell me things to try to get me to go against my family. Do you know what that tactic is? That tactic is so that you're isolated, so that you don't feel like you have anyone but them. It's how they have control. One of these days I'm going to write a book. And that's not a joke. I really believe I could, because I have a lot of knowledge on the subject. And I still have a lot of healing to do, but I've come a long way, which is how I can sit up here and tell you about these things. With most of the times a level head, you're going to see me get a temper on here sometimes because, you know, it's things have been done to you. Wrong things have been done to you. It just takes a long time to get over that. But I have an open heart to love and to good people and friends, and I'll never close that off. Because just because one person or even 10 or even 20 people did that to you, there's 20 more that won't. So don't close yourself off to trauma and abuse. Don't do that. Don't allow them to do that. That's what they want to do. Right? The dark, low vibrational people want that, and low vibration in general, in the, you know, in all realms, I guess, would prefer you to be in a low vibration. Don't allow it. Don't. This world is full of beautiful people, places, and things to experience, and once you get through this, which you will, be smarter with your decisions and recognize it for what it is, and don't get caught in the game. And if you see those signs from anyone, exit the situation. I can't use the word immediately any stronger. Immediately, not 6 months, 8 months, 5, nothing. Immediately. It's not going to get any better. Oh, I have so many more stories, and I'll say them later. I think this is long enough. Hope this made sense, and never going to give names out of anybody that is involved in any of my situations, because I'm not that person, even though they would. I'm not that person. I don't feel it's necessary. I just feel it's necessary to share the experiences so that you can help yourself. Okay. All right. That's it. Okay. Love you guys. Good luck with everything. I hope you're safe. Okay. Have a good month. Have a good birthday month if you're September. All right. Love you.